On Laverita TV News, Kaduna travelers murdered in Mangu local government finally laid to rest in Plateau State. Federal government of Nigeria to commence ranching policies with full support from 11 states. Explosion rocks steel company in Kano State. Man charged with murder of woman found stabbed after gas explosion. I am Kende Mohammed.
Unveiling the truth.
Breaking news, stories unfold, Laverita News, truth to be told. In-depth reporting, facts shine bright. Stay informed, day and night. Laverita News, your trusted source. Unveiling the truth, of course. Current events in real time. Laverita News, always on your mind.
Now the news in full. The 12 victims of Friday night's mob attack in Mangun district of Mangu local government area, Plateau State, have been laid to rest at the Ayi Muslim cemetery in Mangu. The deceased, including women and children, were part of a 31-member group from the Basara community in Zaria, Kaduna State, traveling in an 18-seater Ahmadu Bello University bus en route to Kwaran Pan local government for a wedding ceremony. They reportedly lost their way and stopped to ask for direction when they were attacked. The burial took place Saturday evening with tight security. Religious leaders said the victims' family consented to the burial in Plateau to avoid tension in their own communities. Before the funeral prayers, Sheikh Suleiman Aruna, who led the rites, urged residents to accept the incident as the will of Allah and refrain from seeking revenge. He praised security agencies and local leaders for responding quickly to the crisis. Kaduna State Governor Senator Ubarsani condemned the killing as barbaric and senseless, calling on security agencies to swiftly arrest and prosecute the perpetrators. He also urged his Plateau counterpart, Governor Caleb Mufwang, to take decisive action in coordinating justice efforts. He assured Kaduna residents that the state government is supporting the victims' families and ensuring that the 11 survivors receive adequate medical care at Mangu General Hospital. The Plateau State government has also condemned the attack and vowed to bring those responsible to justice. Reporting live for Laverita TV, I am Kendi Mohammed. We are at the scene where an accident happened this afternoon between a trailer and some cows who stormed the road, and the driver in question was on a high speed, so he couldn't stop, and this led to death of many cows on the streets. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Matthew, but people call me as MT.
Okay, sir. So, as an eyewitness to this event that happened, what do you think was the possible cause?
Although first I'm a vice chairman to this garage in this place, and when this thing happened, we are here, we are looking it. You know, when the trailer is coming, the cow just enter road, and the cow, the trailer hits the cow, and immediately hit the cow. We rush to push the cow inside to save woman life.
Yes.
So that's what happened.
So does that mean the fault is not actually from the driver, the trailer driver?
You know the truth, and if you want to talk the truth, you understand, by law, and the person is coming from speed, and by they push cow to enter road like that. You know, I cannot say it's the fault of the driver. It's the fault of this thing, because but why we are just thank God is that the driver control himself. If you know control himself, he will kill a lot of people in this place.
So what do you think is the advice you can give the driver and the owner of the cows as a settlement?
You know, the truth is that the advice I will give the owner of the cow, you understand, that she know they give small children to maintain their cow. You understand? Because what I'm saying is that it's a small boy that push the cow on the road. So they're supposed to check road before, because this place is federal highway.
Yes.
You understand? They're supposed to check road before they can push cow. You understand? So the only advice I will give the drivers, you understand, if driver enter inside town like this, they're supposed to slow, not by run. You understand? They're supposed to slow. So immediately you enter town, you need to slow. A lot of them you will saw them running immediately inside the town. So that's only the thought I can give the drivers.
So, what advice would you give to the government about these open animals walking on the main road instead of walking in bushes?
The advice I'm giving government is that they should take law against these things. You understand? But right, this is a federal highway. Not cow to just enter road at any time.
Yes.
You understand? So it's federal highway. So government should they should find something to do. Because these things happen all time. It always happen a lot of times. So that is it.
So, thank you so much for your time. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. So, as an eyewitness to this incident that just occurred, what do you think was the possible cause?
Sure. The cause was from the flying because I was just coming out from home. I've not even carried one passenger. I just come direct to my junction. I was just parking before I know I had a crash of motor hitting cow because the flying was trying to pass with the cow and the trailer. You know how trailer they move?
Yes.
They don't move slowly.
Yes.
And when they come to junction, they're supposed to slow down, but they don't slow. They move very harsh. They run anyhow. So the Fulani was trying to move with the cow and pass with the cow. So the trailer was coming and he cannot control the speed. You know their brake don't do fail sometimes because of the speed.
Yes.
So the man has to hit the cows. Every one of the cow was under the motor. You have to move with the cow to the other side before you stop.
So, what would you like to tell the government on the issue of cows walking on a major highway?
Sure, this is a major highway. We said this is a federal route. So let's be careful when we are crossing the road, especially those cattle. They should create way where the cattle can pass, even though under the bridge, they can pass and go to the other side. Let them not be passing under the way because this road is meant for human beings, not for animals.
So, now, what would you like to advise the owner of the cow and the driver in particular?
As a driver, you have to be very careful. That's why they do say, driver, you drive with everybody. When you're driving, make sure you drive with another person. Because you look the other person, you not think that he has sense, but you will think that you are the only one that has sense. You drive with his own because you may drive restless. So you have to drive with the other person own. You have to be very extra careful. Let him be slowing down anywhere you see there is junction. And before you are driving, when you are far away, you see something, at least you slow down before you reach to the junction. Let them be very careful because this thing, if it is a human being, thank God it's human animals. But if it is a human being, we could not have been here. We would have been crying now. So let them be very careful when they are driving. When they reach a particular junctions, at least let them be driving carefully. They should not be overspeeding. Overspeeding causing many things. See how it delays time, and the owner of the car, they are also intense. So let them be careful when they are driving.
So, what would you advise the owner of the cow?
The owner of the cow, just the truth is that let them look for a way out. Let them bring their cry to the government so that they will create roads for them, that the cow will be passing, not on the highway. To be sincere, because this is not even the fault of the driver. Because this is cow, not human being. This road is meant for only human being to be passing and cars.
11 states are taking steps to commence ranching as a way to address the age-long violent clashes between herders and farmers, which have claimed several lives. While some states have allocated land for ranching, many others have pledged land and a few are developing policies that will guide the initiative. The development comes against the surge in killing in Benue and Plateau communities linked to armed herders. President Bola Tinubu attributed the incident to land grabbing and vowed to go after the perpetrators. He also established a committee of elders comprising former governors and two prominent traditional rulers in the state to promote peace in the state. We have an anti-open grazing law. We don't support open grazing. We have a law already passed that bans open grazing, so it's an offense to have cattle moving in the state. The law presupposes the state's disposition to control cattle grazing, including ranching. Open grazing is no longer realistic in today's society. We've practiced grazing for generations. If ranching comes, it must carry us along, said Bello Musa, a Fulani community leader in Akko. The Kano State Police Command has recovered 9 unexploded ordnances from the scene of the recent explosion at Yongzing Steel Company along Green Road, Mariri. This was disclosed in a statement issued by the Deputy Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Hussaini Abdullahi. Abdullahi said the explosion was caused by a UXO, not an improvised explosive device, as earlier speculated. The statement noted, in addition to the earlier 7 recovered UXOs, 2 more were found, bringing the total to 9. Police investigation reveals that the UXOs were unknowingly transported with scrap metal from Yobe State, and 1 detonated accidentally during offloading at the steel company. The command urged residents to remain calm and avoid panic. There is no imminent security threat, the statement assured, while also encouraging the public to report any suspicious activities. Commissioner of Police CP Ibrahim Adamu Bakori extended condolences to the families of the 5 people. Commissioner of Police CP Ibrahim Adamu Bakori extended condolences to the families of the 5 people who died and wished a speedy recovery to the injured victims receiving treatment at Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu, through his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, condemned the blast, calling it cowardly and expressing deep sorrow over the lives lost.
Ẹ káàsán ẹ kúrò lẹ́yìn gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ti ń wò mí, orúkọ mi ni Bashir Àjọkẹ́, mo wá láti amóhùnmáwòrán Laverita. Lónìí a wà ní ìlú Ẹ̀tàn ní ìbílẹ̀ Èkìtì fún ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara State. Gẹ́gẹ́ bá ti mọ̀ pé ìlú yìí ọ̀pọ̀ nu wọn iṣẹ́ epo pupa náà yàn láàyò ní iṣẹ́. Àwa wà ńbẹ̀ láti ìbéèrè kan sí méjì lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyá tó ń ṣe àti ìdojúkọ tó ń dojúkọ àti bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe àti bí wọ́n ṣe ń tà. Ẹ mọ bá wa ká lọ.
Orúkọ mi ni Sẹ̀rífátù Àṣàbùsàlámì Sẹ̀rífátù láti ìlú Ẹ̀tàn. Ó jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ẹ̀tàn. Wọ́n bí mi sí Ẹ̀tàn ni. Ẹ̀yìn ó sì jẹ́ àjogúnbá ìyá tá a tilẹ̀ mọ ibi tán ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ táwa náà ti wà á tún wá jogún ẹ̀ ní ìlú Ẹ̀tàn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọ̀pẹ ọ̀rọ̀ ìyàn ni ọ̀pẹ jẹ́, ọ̀rọ̀ ajé sì ni gbogbo nǹkan tó wà nínú ara ìmọ̀ ọ̀pẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ajé ni. À ń rí ọ̀pẹ, à ń rí ẹ̀yìn lórí ẹ̀, à ń rí epo ní yàrá ẹ̀yìn, a sì ń rí gbogbo ní àwọn ẹmu wọn dá lórí ọ̀pẹ, ìmọ̀ ìgbálẹ̀ ṣùgùdù gbogbo ẹ̀ tá a bá ṣe tán á jogún bá gbogbo ẹ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ ajé sì ló jẹ́ fún wa ní ìgboro Ẹ̀tàn.
Eléyìí bí àwa ṣe ń ṣe processing epo tiwa bá ṣe ń ṣe epo yìí tá a bá ti ṣe epo wa ní àlòpẹ́ ju epo àwọn tó kù lọ ní ọ̀nà tó pọ̀ torí pé tá a bá ti kó sínú tá a bá ti lọ ìyá ẹ̀kan mi sí ni omi tẹ̀sán dára mọ́ mi ṣe kúrò kélu ọdún kan kèmí bàjẹ́ torí pé a bá ti ṣe a máa padà tá a bá ti rí epo a máa gbé sínú pọ́ọ̀tù a máa tún dín so ìkẹ̀tẹ̀ á jáde sí òkè epo tọ́ba dẹ̀ tó wá sí pọ̀ tọ́ba sí sínú kẹ́ẹ̀gì pẹ̀lú kẹ́ẹ̀gì tó mọ́ ìlà máa ń kó epo wá sí tí òkè ń bàjẹ́ ìyẹn epo mìíràn ìbà ìtọ́ba ti ṣe kẹ́ni ju oṣù kan lọ ṣùgùdù ẹ̀ ní ìsàlẹ̀ kẹ́ẹ̀gì àmọ́ yà ní tàbá ti ṣe àdín epo èsùn ẹ̀ka yegeyege ṣe àsán ògèrè so àfẹ́ kí wọ́n bá ràn án lọ kẹ́yàn kan mọ́kún wa kíyàn ìjọba kan bára pàṣẹ ẹ̀kọ́ kíkọ kèyí sí libi báyìí kẹsàn múfù dáadáa èyàn bá ríran ìrà lọ́ọ̀rí a kí àlejò bá ọlé kan bá ẹ rà kẹ ẹ yá ìgbà míì gan àbágbépo sílẹ̀ lọ́jà kẹ̀nìrọ́ ni ra èyàn bá ríran mú esi kan rà á lọ kíjọba kan ọlé kíyàn ti rà nà kẹta ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan ẹ ọlé kàlejò ọlé dérí ọ̀tọ̀ mi kọyìn ẹ pọ̀ lọ́nà tẹ́ pọ̀ àmì ọkọ̀ ọ̀kadà èkó àti ìlọlẹ́rọ àìsẹ̀ ti bẹ́ ní sí iṣẹ́ yìí jẹ́ iṣẹ́ kan tí ọlọ́dọ̀ ní kí ọ̀dá ṣe èèyàn kò lè ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ibùgbọ̀ kan ṣe mẹ́ta kan ṣe mẹ́rin gbogbo wọn wá ṣiṣẹ́ àṣekára nídìí iṣẹ́ epo kì í ṣe téèyàn kan lè ṣe kò yí sí láti ṣe èèyàn kò sì lè dá nìkan pọn omi sí epo iṣẹ́ epo jẹ́ iṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé ó nídìí ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn bó kan wà ń bẹ̀ kan ṣe kán ṣe márùn kán ṣe mẹ́fà gbogbo àwọn márùn yẹn ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ nídìí ẹ̀ so iṣẹ́ epo tá à ń ṣe epo wa dá lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ kò rẹ̀ síyàn tó lè ra epo wọ́n máa padà tún rà ní.
ti gbọ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe epo ní ìlú Ẹ̀tàn ní ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara a ti gbọ́ lẹ́nu àwọn ìyá òun a sì ti gbọ́ bó ṣe ń tà a sì ti gbọ́ àwọn ìdojúkọ tó ń dojúkọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí orúkọ mi ní Bashiru Àjọkẹ́ mo wá láti amóhùnmáwòrán Laverita.
Clifton George, 44, has appeared in court over the death of the 46-year-old charity worker in Stoke Norrington in London. A man has been charged with the murder of a 46-year-old woman found stabbed following a gas explosion at a house in London. Clifton George, 44, appeared at Thames Magistrates Court on Monday and spoke only to confirm his details. He has also been charged with arson with intent to endanger life, the Metropolitan Police said. Charity worker Annabel Rock was found fatally injured at a property in Dumont Road, Stoke Norrington, northeast London, just before 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Two children aged 7 and 9 were taken to hospital as a precaution following the incident. They are not thought to have been inside the home when the explosion happened. In a statement following her death, Ms. Rock's family said they were struggling to come to terms with this terrible tragedy. "We have lost our beautiful daughter, sister, friend, and mother. Annabel was a truly wonderful woman," the tributes read. "She touched the hearts of so many. She gave her life to helping the vulnerable and the disadvantaged, whether it was in refugee camps in Africa or setting up mama zoos in London, to enhance the lives of survivors of forced displacement and gender-based violence. She spent the last 20 years of her career bringing joy and creativity to marginalized people, and she cared deeply about improving the lives of vulnerable women and children." Now to sports. Tragedy in Algeria as a section of station collapsed. 3 fans have died and over 70 others injured after a stand collapsed, causing spectators to fall from a significant height. The tragic incident occurred at the end of MC Alger's match, which had just secured them back-to-back top flight titles. Unfortunately, what was meant to be a moment of celebration turned into a heartbreaking tragedy. Here's a recap of the headlines. Kaduna travelers murdered in Mangu local government finally laid to rest in Plateau State. Federal government of Nigeria to commence ranching policies with full support from 11 states. Explosion rocks steel company in Kano State. Man charged with murder of woman found stabbed after gas explosion. For the upcoming Adekunle Komolafe table tennis competition coming up in October this year, to participate you can visit us at www.laveritatvproductions.com with a donation of 2,200 naira only.
9 states, 1 day. Adekunle Komolafe Foundation presents table tennis competition coming up in the city of Kano, Nasarawa, Kogi, Ekiti, Niger, Benue, Lagos, and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). Finals comes up in the city of Kaduna. Amounts to be won: first place 15 million naira, second place 10 million naira, third place 5 million naira. Registration begins on the 5th of June 2025. To register, log in to LaveritaTVProductions.com. For sponsorship, partnership, and advert placement, please call Adekunle Komolafe Foundation Table Tennis Competition. Smash your way to victory.
And for our hotels and hospitality management, you can visit us at www.laveritahotels.com. And you can also follow us on all our social media handles. On X is Laverita TV Ltd. On Instagram is Laverita TV Ltd. On YouTube is Laverita TV Ltd. On TikTok is MOFW Dating. And you can also follow us on our Facebook handle Adekunle Komolafe Foundation TV. That's the news on Laverita TV. I am Kende Mohammed.
Unveiling the truth. Breaking news, stories unfold. Laverita News, truth to be told. In-depth reporting, facts shine bright. Stay informed, day and night. Laverita News, your trusted source. Unveiling the truth, of course. Current events in real time. Laverita